Hey, what's up, guys? This is Johnny, and I'm making a video after a long time, but this is something really special. Today, I'm going to talk about the Benelli and my experience owning it for one complete year in the US. Okay, so those who know me, I was originally in Columbus for almost 7 years. Before that, I was in Cincinnati. So I was kind of used to very cold weathers and only had certain sightings of motorcycles in the summer and when it's nice out. But here it's like a heaven, okay? And that's one of the reasons why I moved here. But I have owned like 5 different motorcycles, and finally, this is the horse that I've stuck with for one complete year. All of the other ones, I've had like 6 months, and I've, got bored. So, coming from India, right, I was already familiar with motorcycle and its maintenance, everything. But this particular beast was a real challenge. There's a reason why people don't buy Italian, or this is actually built in China, Chinese bikes, because a lot of them don't trust them. And that's partly true, because I did have a very steep learning curve, trying to get this thing to be reliable. And we'll get into the issues later, but let me just show you this gorgeous bike. So from the factory, this thing comes with adjustable shock. It comes with these Benelli OEM calipers, which actually has been branded as Benelli. It comes with a 300cc engine, if you can see here, yeah, and it's a very old company, okay. They say since 1911, and I did see some of their antique bikes. It also comes with from the factory steel braided lines like this, and they have dual disc in the front, and as you can see, inverted telescopic forks, which are like premium features. All of the premium bikes, or the bikes that are in that category like Triumph, they do come with those. You won't find these features in a beginner bike. So I'm out here in the mountains after a long time. This is the cool thing about California, that I can decide at any point I want to step out and get some fresh air with you know my motorcycle. But I know I'm mixing a lot of things, but there are a lot of things that I want to tell you. And okay, let's get to the problems of this. Okay, I guess I've covered all the important features, but yeah, so this is a very high compression ratio engine, okay. So it means you cannot use regular gas in this. It takes 93 and above. And one of the major problems I found, that there is no 93 octane in California anywhere. You can get aviation grade 100 octane fuel, but those are like half an hour drive away. And I I was disappointed, really. But then I found these what they call fuel stabilizers, like the additives that kind of boost the octane level, and you have to be really careful with that. So I just use regular gas, and I add those octane boosters. The maximum octane rating here in California is 91. So that's something that I learned over a period of time. This bike does not, it kind of stalls, it dies out on you. And I've been stuck a lot of times, and I was wondering what's the matter, until I figured the real reason out. I was simply putting in the 91 octane, and that was simply not what this bike liked. Now coming to the other problems. So when I brought this bike, right, this is a 2017 model, and it was sitting in the garage for, like, it was sitting in the crate, the original new crate, till 2020, okay, in the showroom, Iron Pony Power Sports, and it did not get sold, probably because of the Benelli factor. It is assembled in China, but so are other bikes. Like Hondas are. Most of the other bikes are assembled in Thailand, and even the BMWs, they are assembled in China. But this is no cheap bike by any means. Okay, first of all these parts are rock solid. It's very sturdy. On the highway, you are not thrown away by the air like I used to on my Ninja 400 or CBR 250 or Ninja 300 or Yamaha R3. So I've ridden all these bikes in the same class, and I've also ridden the BMW GS 310. So I can definitely say that this is definitely on par. It's a lot better than the CBR 250. It's as good as the CBR 300. It's not as fast as the Ninja 400 or Ninja 300, but it is definitely faster than the Suzuki, I guess, GSX 250R, and it's also faster than the GS 310 BMW. And on top of that, it sounds like an inline 4. It doesn't sound like a typical 2-cylinder motorcycle, and that is the main reason. That was the main feature that I liked about this, and I brought this bike for. So let's go ahead and hear the sound of it. Now this bike is all stock. Okay, I haven't made any modifications on it, and I brought this when it had under 100 miles. Now it has 4,592 miles, and I've ridden it all the way across the United States. So I've ridden it from Ohio to California in about 8 days, and I really had a ball. It never gave up on me. But that's after I figured out, how to handle this bike. Okay, when this bike initially when initially started giving problems, I had to actually replace a lot of the fuses and wirings, and I had to clean the spark plugs. I had to change the oil. Even if the oil is a little bit older, it kind of gets to the same effect that it keeps stalling. And then this is definitely not for a first time motorcyclist, because you really need to get a feel of how much the bike needs, how much attention. So because it was sitting for a long time, all these rubbers and the wires were kind of shorting, and there were a lot of loose connections. The ignition, the fuel pump wiring was not proper. I had to change few relays as well, the starter relay. So that's all just minor things if you are able to figure out. But the most challenging was trying to figure out the 93 octane part. Here in California there's only 91. So okay, now getting to the good things about this bike. Okay, I guess like I've already covered a lot. I was going to show you, sorry, I was thrown off track, the sound of this bike. Yep. And this is how it idles, and it's the stock exhaust, underbelly exhaust, like the Kawasaki Ninja 650. And it has a nice nasal sound to it. Okay, now I'm going to raise it a little bit. So yeah, this car goes all the way to 12,000 RPM. It's a screamer, just like a Ninja 250, but sounds lot times better than that. So here we go. I'm going to raise it in a bit. So that is the Benelli for you, and hopefully you like this video. And if you find one of these in the market, I would say go ahead and get it, because it's really a steal. You might get a brand new one for like $4,000, and if you have any problems with the bike, you can post in the comments. I'll try to answer it from the knowledge that I have. But once you have figured the bike out, it has not given me any problems, and I've only had to change the battery once one of the major expenses was the battery, and then figuring out some of the wiring. Apart from that, it's an awesome bike, and it gives you 60 miles plus to the gallon, even though you can cruise at 100 miles per hour on the highway. It's not underpowered by any means. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Hopefully you like the bike. Bye.